Hello, welcome to a Board Deck and Dice What's in the Box. Today we're looking at This War of Mine. Apologies because I did do this from sealed with the stretch goals box as well, but my camera turned off and lost all the footage, so it's everything from the core box and the stretch goals is I've managed to get in the box, so you'll see how I've packed it away as well, apart from the Lord of Hellas miniature that was sent, or example miniature, which my son nabbed, so we haven't got that. So we get a letter saying thank you and explaining some of the stuff you find in there extra. I have to say, as a campaign, I thought it was run really well. I had no complaints about the campaign. So what we have is a postcard. This is the sealed envelope, only open after you have managed to successfully finish the campaign. We have the various status tokens. I haven't read too much of the rules because it's one of those games that you learn as you play, but these are status tokens that give you fatigue, hunger, that sort of thing. Some of the cards from one of the expansions. I can't remember which one yet, like I say, I haven't looked too deeply into it, but just give you an idea of how much content you actually get. These are all grey ones, they're tools and weapons, I think the grey ones are. All the tokens are colour coded for ease of use. This again is another expansion deck of cards that has some extra things on. These are expansion cards as well with the cat on. Here we have one of the expansion script books, I think. Yeah, so the script books work all the same, and the cards will direct you to a page, you'll read it. Sometimes you'll make a choice, sometimes you'll just go back to the game. Again, I'm trying not to read them too deeply. This is great, and it doesn't have to be done this well, but I like the fact that they have done about the stretch goals and included it in the box, so you know about the stretch goals that you've received, you know what they're doing. There was an envelope called 317, which I kind of was like, what is that, and almost opened it, and then I found this book and it told me exactly what it is, so that is fantastic. The journal acts as your setup guide for your first game, again suggesting using the box inlay to distribute tokens by colour, and then you move to the morning of the first day and just work through this alongside the massive book of scripts, which is just huge and actually contains as well FAQs as you go along. So you see it, 800 Dawn Phase FAQ. So you don't have to flip between multiple books, it's just going to be the script book that you're on and the journal. 100 setup FAQ, tokens, resources, waste bag, that sort of thing. We have the Endless Night and Last Day scenarios with setup changes listed clearly on them. This is, I can't remember which one, it's either the sewers or the one with the army men kind of expansion to the board. Your save sheet, hopefully there's an app coming out as well to do the saving. Just move some of this stuff further out of the way. This is the envelope I was talking about, 317, don't open that. And then the massive 6 square double-sided game board, which I'm trying to open here, is absolutely huge and excellent quality as well. And then we come to the inlay, which can be used during the game. Now I tried to sort this as best I can, and what you actually have is under each set of cards you have a little inlay where you can hide some of the resource tokens, which are absolutely fantastic plastic tokens there. And if you're careful, and I use the blank cards to protect the rest of the cards, so pop a blank card on the bottom of each deck and then hide some of the tokens under there. But mixed in here is some of the expansion stuff, the extra dice, for example, tokens sorted by colour, so green tend to be food and cigarettes, things like that. Red are weapons, and then your cold and hungry statuses, and then shoved in with some of the minis we have the colourings and all sorts. And then we've got, again, I think these are the stretch goal minis. Just take a couple out and have a look at them. Yeah, so I've got the dog there, and some of the more armed guys. And then we have the statue for one of the stretch goals, some more tokens, and the minis from the main game. So, get a couple of them out. Fairly hard plastic. I don't really know what it means. I'm not a painter or a connoisseur, but they do help. I do enjoy the games with the minis. So that is everything in the box and the expansion box. Whether I get it back in this box now is another question. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments. I've been Board Deck and Dice, and that is what's in the box for, I was going to say The World Is Not Enough, but that's a bad James Bond film. For this war of mine from Awaken Realms. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.